to my channel. So good to see you. Yes, I'm so good to see you. Please, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe and don't forget to click on the notification button so that each time I post a video, you will be notified. Alright, so recently, or I mean, as it is, Yul and his new wife, Judy, will not agree, will not let content creators rest. They say we will not rest. People know, anybody that knows Yul should tell you, Yul Sokwanike. Yul Sokwanike. Let us rest for you. Let us see road and do other things. Eh? Please. Okay, so we all know, if you, I don't know, say we all know, for those of us who are interested in the Amebo ministry, we know, we are familiar with Yul Edochie's story with his first wife May and Judy Austin, what has been going on. And then recently, his father granted an interview. Just granted an interview, there was nothing serious. And then Chud, the journalist, of course, that's their work now. Asked him questions, and one of the questions he asked him was concerning his son Yul Edochie and the marriage palaver that has been going on. All right, and then Yul Edochie answered his questions. One of the questions Jude asked him, he was like, did you know about your son's marriage? Pet Edochie said he didn't know, that he found out the same way we found out. There's this woman, Amarande TV, okay? She will usually call us the online in-laws. All right, so she said the way he found out was how the online in-laws found out. He found out through the internet. All right, and then he was praising May. He said May is an intelligent woman. He said May is a computer wizard. In fact, that one surprised me about May. If you look at May, you just see me as one quiet, she's just a reserved person. And so trust content creators, especially the Facebook ones. They say the May Edochie fans just picked that one and said, our May Edochie has been praised by her father-in-law. Judy Austin fans picked where the father said that the only problem he's having is that May is receiving advice from bad friends. Now, I don't know why when a woman decides to leave a toxic marriage or a marriage that she feels is no longer okay for her mental health, the next thing you hear is that people are advising her wrongly. As per person no get brain to reason for himself. Anyway, that's not even the matter. Okay, so now Edochie now posted something. I don't even know who does the posting on Yul Edochie's Facebook verified page, whether it is Yul Edochie or it is Judy Austin. I don't know who does what, but something was posted on Yul Edochie's verified page, and it was behind the scene of a movie, and then he tags it as you will see. I'll have to post it on the screen so you see. But in summary, he says you will soon know the real story. Some that you see there. So you see, in my last video, I was saying that I talked about the angle of him being blind, alright, being spiritually blind to whatever that should be the obvious around him. And I said in that kind of case, when you see people who get to that point, that what you do for them is pray for them. But you see, another thing we human beings make as mistake, another thing we do, in fact, after man fell in the book of Genesis, after Adam fell through disobedience, alright, disobedience was the first sin that man committed. The next sin he committed was making excuse. Yes, remember when God came in the cool of the evening and he was like, Adam, where are you? What did Adam say? He's not going to answer. Sir, I'm at the backyard of this garden, or I am at west or south. What was the next thing he said? Sir, I'm naked. Okay, well, okay. When God was like, he said, I'm naked. God says, how are you naked? Straight to, it is the woman that you gave me. Which one concerned woman that you gave me? And then God had to ask him, Adam, what have you done that you're saying is the woman that I gave you? You see? So we human beings, naturally, when we say naturally, these are things that have become man's nature after man fell. It was not so in the beginning. The first thing a man wants to do when you when you point out his mistake, or when you're trying to correct him on something wrong he's doing, the next thing he wants to do is make excuse and give you reason for doing what he's doing, especially wrong attitudes. You tell somebody why are you rude, the next thing he or she is defending his or her rudeness. And that is why today you see people coming up with zodiac signs. I am Aries, I am Leo, I'm Cancer, I'm this and that, and then you justify why you are behaving the way you're behaving, instead of you to look inwards, instead of you to accept that mistake and then look inwards to see how you can work on your character. It's not difficult. It's not difficult. In fact, since this Yul Edochie and Judy Austin saga began, he's been doing one from, in fact, the times he will come out personally to make videos, he's trying to defend his actions. And I hear people trying to compare him with Ned Nwoko, who married how many wives, and then Regina Daniels is the Ned Nwoko. For the love of God, Ned Nwoko is a registered, permit me to say, registered certified polygamist. Yeah, which means his people are aware. His wives, I'm very sure that when he goes to take a new wife, his previous wives are aware. The reason we don't see any scandal about him on the internet. Some people are comparing him with Ned Nwoko. How could you be taking a second wife and your second wife is knowing that you're taking another woman on Instagram? You see, sometimes it's not what you do, it is how you do it. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. Alright, so since this thing has happened, Yul Edochie has brought out one video to another trying to defend himself. Sometimes it will be like, is he the first to be a polygamist, that a man is entitled to one wife, to more than one wife? He would say that it's his choice to be with two women. The reason he has even refused to grant me divorce and all that. You see, you don't make excuses for your ill actions. When you do something wrong, own it. The first thing you do is own that you have done something wrong. Own that you have a negative or a bad attitude, and then work on it. We have the power. We have the power. Even in fact, we don't even need to allow. Most times, you don't even need people to tell that, see, what you did is wrong. If you can do what 1 Corinthians 11:28 says, it says, let every man examine himself. If you can examine yourself, then you will be able to realize that some of the things you do is wrong or right, or are wrong or right. So we make excuses. We make excuses. And you see, when you start making excuses like that, before you know, you become deaf. When somebody points out to you that, see this character you have that is not okay, and instead of you to go back, maybe think within yourself, examine yourself, try to see, this thing this person said, is it true? This person said, is it really true? Instead of you to examine yourself, the next thing you do, you want to defend yourself. The next thing, you start making excuses. If you continue like that for a long time, you become deaf. Now, deaf is not that you're physically deaf. You become spiritually deaf. And it will get to a point, nobody will want to even correct you anymore. They just leave you to your own detriment. And that is why we're having so many people with wrong motives. I just hope that, there's this phrase that goes, you will explain tire. That's why I said, you're trying so hard to defend this thing you did. Alright? You're trying so hard to defend this thing. So if I were you, just let it be. You have chosen your second wife, you have chosen her. You're married to Judy, Well, if May is serving you divorce, grant her request and just live your life, live your life, because you're really, really trying so hard. Because it means that somewhere in your heart, deep down, you know that this thing you did was not right. We are human beings, all right? We are human beings, and there is this, God gave us a spirit, he gave us, there's this thing he puts in every man's spirit that is able to know when he or she has gone wrong, all right? It's when you have refused to listen to your conscience and you become dead. Yes, the Bible says that there are men who become dead in their conscience, in their soul. You become dead. So you see all these things, you're trying so hard, because if so many Nigerians now hate you, they don't like you, You know, somebody was even somebody is it Efe? There's this Efe comedian or whatever he is. You know, he came out and he's like, "What crime did Yul Edochie commit? People should allow this man to rest." Yes, I'm an advocate of you don't go to people's comment section and be leaving derogatory statements and all that. I wouldn't be part of them, no, but you know, for those who can't control themselves, you've made them now. Everybody know people really don't like you, and then you're working so hard to see if you can gain the love of people. Easy, just Zuike, you have made your choice. Live with your choice and live with your life. Just live your life, all right? Just live your life. That is it. I hope that God helps you. My secret prayer for you is that your eyes will be open, that God will grant you wisdom to know how to correct this thing. You know, if even if May doesn't come back to you again, I just hope that God helps you to know how to, you know, uh, reorganize your steps. Yes. So we've come to the end of this video. Okay, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching to the end. Please share your thoughts with me, and please don't forget to subscribe. If you have not subscribed, click on the notification button. Please, I would want to see your comments. Now until next time, be good.